Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Gashi's Command TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Welcome. The man who is giving William Samoei Ruto's butterflies in the stomach is not Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. It is not Rigathi Gachagua. It is not Raila Amolo Odinga. It is Fred Okengo Matiang'I. Fred Okengo Matiang'I is an objective person. Fred Okengo Matiang'I is a hands-on leader. Fred Okengo Matiang'I is not your ordinary person. This is the man who will be the president before the cock crows the third time. After the election, the cock will not have crown the third time. Before IBC will have declared Fred Okengo Matiang'I as the duly elected president of the Republic of Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, Fred Okengo Matiang'I is a very different character. I want you to watch a small clip here, a short clip here of one time that he visited the school and changed everything.
Where is the Kiswahili teacher? What is his name or her name? Mrs. Mrs. Kazingo. Where is Mrs. Kazingo?
She is away today in the provincial. She has a sick man.
All right.
Yes, yes, a sick man.
Okay, no problem. Very good. And where is the biology teacher? What is his name? I beg your pardon, what's his name? Mr. Ndambuki. A second class without a teacher.
That is a teacher who came yesterday to teach in practice.
No, it's okay. A second class without a teacher. Let me see your textbook. How many of you have got textbook, biology textbooks? Let me see them. Just raise them up. Those who have biology textbooks. So you guys don't have the text. There is no teacher in class right now teaching biology. They have 8 textbooks and there are 45 students. All right?
Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is credited for many things. Kuna mabadiliko mengi ambayo alileta. Kwanza, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta alihakikisha kwamba wanafunzi wote, kila mwanafunzi ana kitabu chake cha kusoma. That is the ratio of 1:1. Before that time, what used to happen, Kibaki came and gave us free education and gave money to the school managers, that is the board of governors, and the board of governors would actually buy books for the learners. But they would not buy the books. What they would do, they would buy just a few books, maybe like 10 books to be shared by 100 students. Then Matiang'I realized that it's not working. And instead, he said that the government should be supplying books directly to schools and each learner would get a book. And before the principals knew what was happening, every student had a book in every subject. It was a success story. Even today, still a success story. Ladies and gentlemen, most of the success stories in Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's government can be credited Fred Matiang'I. Look at the digital transformation when we were able to switch from the analog to the digital world. The TVs, you remember the way the Citizen TV, the many broadcasting stations like KTN and NTV, they would reluctantly refuse to switch, and Matiang'I went on and before they knew what was happening, Kenya was a digital country and we had forgotten the analog system. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the man who was operating the government of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was behind the scene, but the man who was overseeing everything is Fred Okengo Matiang'I. This is the man that the Gen Z want. I remember vividly that when the Gen Z started demonstrating during the revolution, when they invaded parliament, they said that their candidate, the person they wanted, is Fred Okengo Matiang'I. This is a man of objectivity. When he starts speaking, you see the voice of reason. In fact, this is not a person who will keep on politicking all the time. This is a leader who is interested with the next generation, not in the next election. When you look at Fred Okengo Matiang'I, there is a reason why Jubilee is fronting him. Because one, I think this man is more experienced in learning the government. When it comes to statecraft, you cannot compare him to any other leader. You cannot even compare him to Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka or any other person because he knows everything. One thing I know about Fred Okengo Matiang'i, remember, this man was the head of the internal security. This tells you that you'll be getting a lot of information. You know, when you are the head of the security, internal security, interior, you have so many friends in the government. I believe even today, Fred Okengo Matiang'i gets a lot of information. A lot of information. Because the security details, he has their numbers, he has their contacts, they are still friends. They must have made a very good working relationship. There must have been a good rapport. And these are the guys who are likely even to assist him get information of the inside the government of William Samoei Ruto. That's why I'm saying this is a man who is carrying William Samoei Ruto, not Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Because you see, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka may not have, now because of the passage of time, he may not have a lot of information about William Samoei Ruto, about the government, that, like Matiang'I, because Matiang'I just left the other day. And the systems are still intact. So when it comes to getting information, when it comes to getting it correct, getting it right, Matiang'I will get it right. Again, when you look at the people who want Matiang'I to vie, I'm looking at Mount Kenya businessmen. They are saying, this is the man we want. This is the leader we want. Somebody who is going to give us a good business environment. They don't want favors. They are saying what they want is just good working relationship. Yesterday, if you listened to Gachagua was saying that William Samoei Ruto want to destroy the businesses of Mount Kenya. That's what he was saying. And when you hear Gachagua saying this, it is something that has been discussed. Sio kuropokwa tu alikuwa anaropokwa. Ni mambo ambayo yanazungumzwa chini na watu. Hususan hawa watu wafanyabiashara na wawekezaji. Kile ambacho wanataka is just good climate for the business. And they believe the man who will do this is Fred Okengo Matiang'i. And therefore, they are ready to support him. So when it comes to finances, Fred Okengo Matiang'i will get the backing of these leaders. Something else is that when you look at the workers are feeling it. Every day, every time the government is increasing taxes, people are not getting the value for their money. And it shocked many Kenyans when it was realized that the housing levy was not a levy actually. It was actually a tax, and even if the workers continue paying for the houses, they will never get them. Sasa wao ni kutoa pesa, kutaga pesa, alafu watu wengine wanapewa zile nyumba. It is something that is hurting because the government initially, William Samoei Ruto was saying that it is not a tax, and that is what many people believed. So when you look at the way the government is operating, people are despairing with the government, and the only voice of hope, the only voice of reason that is likely to help these people is Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Fred Okengo Matiang'i is using what we call scorched earth policy, whereby you operate underground, and in the fullness of time, he's going to come out just like a mole. You know, a mole can go a very long distance. Inaweza safiri fuko ni yule mnyama ambaye anapitia kule chini, lakini kuna wakati ambapo utamwona amejitokezelea. So I think what he's trying to do is just trying to organize himself. I understand he has a very strong team behind him. He has international bodies that are supporting him, and I think he's now mobilizing support. And in the fullness of time, it is gonna be very, very interesting. When Matiang'i hit the road, this country will never be the same again. When Matiang'i hits the road, that is when the people will realize what Matiang'i has. Because you see, if you look at other leaders, they are coming, but they seem not to have a clear agenda for this country. If you listen to Mwai Kibaki and Raila Amolo Odinga, when they were campaigning, they had a very clear agenda. And that is what is lacking in the current system. That is what is lacking in the opposition and in the government. And I think Matiang'i is going to bridge the gap. I don't know what you think, ladies and gentlemen, lakini kutokana na maoni yangu, kutokana na mtazamo wangu, naona ya kwamba Fred Okengo Matiang'i is the solution. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Comment in the comment section. Have a blessed day. To advertise this channel, We leave our numbers there. Any business deal, we leave our numbers there. And be blessed. Bye-bye.